That evening shook me in a way I never saw coming. After 20 years of marriage, two amazing daughters, and what I believed was a deep and lasting bond, everything I thought I knew began to fall apart. I had come home early, looking forward to a peaceful weekend with my wife, unaware that my entire reality was about to shift forever. My name is Bill Miller. I was 47 back then, a partner at a respected accounting firm, living what most people would call the American dream. My wife, Lori, and I had just celebrated our 20th anniversary. We met in college and got married right after graduation. Life with her had its ups and downs, but we had created something solid, or so I believed. We had two daughters, Kelly, who had just begun college, and Aaron, a high school senior. They were close, always laughing and squabbling like sisters do, filling the house with life. But when Kelly left for college 6 weeks earlier, the silence she left behind changed something, especially in Lori. She seemed distracted, withdrawn. I figured it was just part of the adjustment, so I didn't press. I thought a weekend together might help us reconnect. That Friday, with Aaron away on a school trip and the house finally quiet, I made a spontaneous decision. I left work early, picked up a bottle of wine, and planned to cook Lori's favorite meal. I was hopeful, even excited, but as I pulled into the driveway and saw Lori's car already in the garage, unusual for a Friday, I felt a flicker of confusion. I called out when I walked in, cheerful and light, "Honey, I'm home." Her response came back calm, but something in her tone was off. As I walked into bedroom, my heart already uneasy, I saw her standing in front of the mirror, carefully doing her makeup. She wore the elegant black dress I had given her the previous Christmas, and the pearl necklace I had surprised her with on our last anniversary. Next to her on the bed sat an open suitcase half-packed. Still smiling, I tried to joke, "Are we going somewhere? I could be ready in 5, but she didn't laugh, didn't even look at me. Then came the sentence that changed my world. "Bill, I wasn't going to tell you, but since you're home early, I owe you an explanation." Her voice was level, composed, too composed. She told me she was going on a date, not an affair, she insisted. They'd only met for lunch a few times. But this weekend, she needed to get away to feel alive again, to feel young, desired, seen. She'd be back on Monday, she promised, and everything would return to normal. I stood there stunned. "You think spending a weekend with another man is going to fix what's broken?" I asked, my voice cracking. She calmly replied that it wasn't about love or anything serious. The man was married, too. It was just something she needed, like therapy. I told her I wouldn't stop her, but asked her to keep her phone on for safety, nothing more. She agreed. Then she asked me not to follow her or try to ruin it. I gave her my word. Minutes later, an Uber pulled into the driveway. She picked up her suitcase and walked out without looking back. And just like that, she was gone. I didn't scream. I didn't collapse. I didn't even cry. Instead, I picked up my phone. There was someone I hadn't spoken to in years, Sarah. She and I had once shared something special, but I had never pursued it because I was loyal to Lori. That night, I found her number and called. When she answered, her voice felt like home. We talked for hours. I told her everything. Lori's sudden betrayal, her weekend getaway, my realization that I couldn't live in denial any longer. Sarah listened quietly. Then she asked me what I needed. I took a deep breath and said, "I need not to be alone tonight. I need someone to talk to." Without hesitation, she invited me over. That night changed everything. We didn't rush into anything romantic. We simply talked, reconnected, healed a little. But through our conversation, I saw what real care looked like. I saw what I had been missing for years. Lori came back Sunday evening, glowing and lighthearted. "See," she said with a smile, "nothing's changed." But everything had. I looked at her and felt no anger, just certainty. This weekend gave me clarity. I told her, our marriage is over. I'm not angry. I might even be able to forgive you one day. But I can't continue like this. Tomorrow, I'm filing for divorce. Her face twisted from calm to panic. But I had already made peace with the decision. There was no going back. The divorce was respectful. I made sure our daughters understood the truth gently, without bitterness. I told them keep loving their mother, even if she had made a terrible mistake. They adapted over time, and eventually we all found our new rhythm. Sarah and I rediscovered something rare and beautiful. We fell in love again, genuinely and freely. We got married a few years later and built a warm, trusting home. We had 2 beautiful children of our own, and I proudly became a father figure to Sarah's son, Jacob. That weekend, one that should have shattered me, turned out to be the beginning of a better life. Lori lost a man who would have loved her forever, but I found a woman I was truly meant to grow old with. Sometimes it takes the deepest heartbreak to uncover the path to real happiness.